Aren't you tired of breaking promises to yourself? 100% of nothing is a lot worse than 80% of something, of taking a step, of trying. Don't give up. Just be adaptable. Just be consistent. Just do it. You've got it. Have the audacity to complete what you said you would complete. But if you have no list, if you have no action items, where are you going to go? As you can see by the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to kind of develop your own non-negotiables in this new year season. Last year, something that I kind of struggled with was being too open to suggestion in terms of like going out with friends or doing things that I didn't really want to do or that I did want to do but were outside of my schedule. So we're going to be talking about kind of 3 different subjects within this one subject of non-negotiables.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Number 1 is going to be, you want to define. We're going to ask ourselves some questions, right? What do I value, right? If you don't know what you value, it's probably because you haven't really sat with yourself and you're like, okay, what am I watching a lot of? Oh, this is something that we need for my business, for my family, for my relationships. Write out those specific traits. Ask yourself, do I care about this? Or is this just something that's kind of frivolous? Okay. Where do I want to implement my non-negotiables? Categories, right? So for me specifically right now, I'm focusing on time non-negotiables. You can focus on relational non-negotiables. You can focus on business non-negotiables. There's so many different things. And for me with time non-negotiables, I know that if I'm strict with my time, I'll actually be able to invest more of my mind into people and the places and the things that I'm working on or doing in like my relaxing seasons, because I know that things that I've already blocked out in other parts of my day are done. Who is it that you want to become in relation to these non-negotiables, right? Do I respect myself enough to follow through? You have to ask this, right? Because oftentimes you'll find yourself at 5 a.m., you're up, but you're on your phone. You're not doing your workout, you're not doing your prayer, you're not doing your anything really actually beneficial, but you did check off the fact that, you woke up at 5 a.m. Some of us aren't even getting to the 5 a.m., Learn, do I respect myself? And then start to prove to yourself that you are worthy of respect, day by day, step by step. The second thing in Embody that you want to ask yourself is, what do these boundaries and non-negotiables are boundaries? What do they build within me in terms of character? Right? So are you being super strict just because you want to be selfish, or are you being super strict because you want to help everyone around you? Like, what exactly are these doing for you, and are they actually something you value? This is like your second part of the value conversation. Number 3 is going to be maintain. So what do I have to remove to become effective? You have to remove your mindset of non-adaptability. You've probably heard this. Consistency is adaptability. So if I miss my workout in the morning, am I going to be mad about the workout that I missed in the morning and not work out for the rest of the day? Or am I going to find a way to work out maybe in the middle of the day or at the end of the day? What am I holding on to? Am I holding on to past expectations of how people expect me to treat them in a relationship sense? And do I need to let that go? Or is there some parts that are good and some parts that I do need to let go? What am I currently compromising, and how do I change it? Okay, going back to the 5 a.m. scrolling thing, you're compromising your discipline. Okay, you maybe got up at 5 a.m. again, but you're not doing the activity that actually brings value to your day. What are you compromising? Are you compromising your health? Are you compromising your business relationships? It's a very broad category, but what are you currently compromising? Second part of that question is, and how do you change it? If I'm having a dispute with a coworker, or if I'm having a dispute with a client, if I'm having a dispute with a family member, how am I going to change that dynamic? Ask yourself, what needs to be done? If it's not within your control, that's okay. Leave it to God. You're all right. You don't need to go be stressed about something that you can't control. But if there is something that you can do, if there is something you can change in your schedule in order to get better results in your days, be more productive, even be less productive if you've been too productive and you want to kind of prioritize rest, you know what you need to do. Start with the easy things first. Little steps are better than no steps. Now that you've got these 3 pillars, define, embody, right? Maintain. There's really no way you can go wrong if you just start to look at the thing, plan the thing, do the thing. Action. Have the audacity to take the actual action. Don't just have the list. Don't just be like, okay, I need to be running occasionally. Okay, I need to be walking twice a week with my kid, or, different things like that. Don't just look at that and be like, Okay, man, I really should do that. Ah, goodness. Wow, that would really help. Okay, maybe let's actually take some steps and do it. And have some grace on yourself too. Again, it comes back to that adaptability. Just go. Just do it. For me, my non-negotiables that I'm focusing on right now, they're pretty time-based. So when I go to bed, I specifically want to have my phone off on do not disturb, do not contact me past 10 p.m. 10 p.m. is my sit in bed for 15 minutes, journal, brain dump, just kind of get all the scraggly thoughts out on paper. And then my head is hitting the hay. That's the end of that story. When I wake up, I'm planning on, for the entirety of 2025, if it is a weekday, I plan on getting up at 6 a.m. Unless, there was a shoot day. That's the life of a filmmaker, da-da-da-da-da. If it's not that kind of day, 6 a.m. That's the goal. My morning activity block. All of my mornings should be pretty much meetings, connections. There is no flexibility there. I want to be as efficient administratively until I hire that out in the mornings as possible. And then lastly is really just my workout time. It might fluctuate, throughout the days. It's blocked for the morning. If it doesn't work out every morning, that's totally okay. Gym's closed. No problem. Well, when would the gym be closed? I really couldn't even tell you. But I plan on getting a workout in, even if it's not at the gym. How to become more effective in the plans that you set for yourself. That's just the spirit of 2025. Action, audacity. Get it done. If you ever see me active on Instagram past 10 p.m., feel free to send me a DM. Hey, you're breaking one of your non-negotiables. And I'm like, you're right. Thanks, bud. Do you like steak? Do you want to go? Oh, you're vegan? Okay. Right. Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching.